going to get his stitches out. So that's what we're doing right now. And then I believe while we're in this visit doing this, we're supposed to have a video call with Dr. Eisenberg, which is the one that did the surgery. So there's been a couple of different things that I've seen with that video call, but it's never said really what day. And then I think I read something. I get things all day long, guys, all day long, that are telling me there is a little gnat or something in here. Keeps telling me this, that, and the other. Like his x-rays for tomorrow are in. So if I have them, Dr. Creek should have them. He's the one that ordered the one that we took yesterday. And I thought it looked better. It does look better in the upper chamber, better than, well, I say upper chamber because it's just the way it looks, like a, kind of looks like wings of an angel or something. And the top part on the left side has always been, you can see the whole thing, but on the right side you could just see a little bit of the top. And for a while you couldn't see any of the top. But yesterday you could see all the way down to about the middle of it before it started getting cloudy again. And I was just like, praise God, it's slowly, I think, it looks better. We'll see what she has to say today. I don't know. Oh, a deer has been hit. Anyway, that's where we're headed right now. And we will update y'all on his stitch removal.
Okay, we're done.
That was it, baby.
No more stitches.
No.
All done.
Hello. It's Friday evening. Levi's watching a movie in there. He's watching Barnyard, and I think we done watched it twice today. I just don't feel like watching it again. So the nurse didn't come today. That's super duper fine. She said she wasn't going to make it out. I feel like I want to pull my ponytail up, but I guess I'll just leave it. Anyway, okay, so anyway, that was fine with me. We've been home. Hey, Smeagol. We had been gotten home about an hour before I got a text from her saying that she didn't think she was going to make it out. She was kind of busy with wherever she was. And I was like, that was absolutely fine. She said, can I come tomorrow? I really wanted to just say no. I should have just said no. But I went ahead and told her, I just said it straight out, if you want to come at 2. Which, like I said before, and I don't want to just keep going over it like this is the only thing I got to talk about are these nurses. I'm trying to move this box here. I have a... Oh! Crap, Kim, look what you did. Look what you did, Kimberly. Kimberly. Oh, well, it's just not in its... It's not in its spot anyway. Alright, I can't mess with that right now. All I wanted to do is have a place to sit, y'all. I messed things up. And I know you're at an angle. Okay, let me fix you a different way. What about this way? What about here? Oh my gosh. What's that? Sit up some. I don't want to talk about nurses. I'm gonna have to sit up just straight and make my back so straight. It looks like I have a halo from the evening coming in. I don't know. I already said it, and I didn't say it to her today. I just said, if you come at 2, that's fine. Because I don't know. I send these texts. Like I said yesterday, these texts were just, I don't see how it could have been any plainer. And then she still said, ETA is 12:30. Is that okay? And I'm just like, what the heck? So when she came yesterday at 12:30, I said, don't do any lines today. I said, you're early. The truth is, she could do the line we're not going to use for meds, because I alternate. He's got 2 lines, purple and red, and I alternate them every other day. Let's say Monday is red, Tuesday is purple, Wednesday is red, Thursday is purple. I alternate. So I could actually tell her, go ahead and flush one line, the extra line, but don't flush the one I'm using for meds. But it's just easier just to say, don't flush anything, or either come at 2 and do the whole thing, just do the whole job. Anyway, so she didn't come today, so she said she's gonna come tomorrow. I said, if you can come at 2. She can't come at 2, then because I've got like things I've got to do tomorrow. We've got to get to Walgreens and pick up his prescriptions. He's got a bunch of stuff ready. He's not out of anything except for the Montelukast, which he's supposed to have been taking ever since we left the hospital. And Walgreens, I don't know. They're just, they're not feeling like they're supposed to. And I don't know if they're waiting for, I would rather them call me and say, insurance isn't wanting to pay for this, so do you still want it? Well, how much is it? I mean, that's what I would ask, because it depends. Is it $800? Well, no, I'll have to get his doctor to prescribe something else. But if it's $50, well, I guess he needs it. So yes, we'll pay for it. I want them to say that, as to just don't fill it, because insurance said they don't want to pay for it. And I may have to speak with somebody at Walgreens about that situation and put that in his notes or something, to always notify before they just flat out don't fill something. Because Dr. Mark wanted him, Dr. Crete, his first name is Mark. They just call him Dr. Mark. Dr. Mark wanted him back on his breathing treatments, and they haven't filled that yet either. And so I called the doctor's office today when I got home, and I said, look, I don't even see it in his list of prescriptions. So would you please call Walgreens and let them know that needs to be filled? And because we left the doctor's office that day after that follow-up, and he said, those were the things that were going to be filled. It was on his papers, like the paper, your checkout papers or your exiting papers, whatever they call them. That was on there, that was something that he needs to be doing. And Walgreens didn't even have it in the list of stuff that he was supposed to be filling. So I don't know. But I want to go there first thing in the morning. Then when I get back, I'm going to go up to change my clothes. And, well, I don't even know. I may just wear it because I don't plan to get out anywhere. Up to Mom's and Mom and Dad's, and do any last minute trimming around any of that flooring that we put down. Because I remember as we left, I said, oh, there's a little hump here. I'm going to have to cut that out. So when that's done, then I will glue it down in them places, get that glued down. And then I'm going to tell them, you can't come in here, let it dry. I don't know yet. I haven't read the glue yet. I don't know if it needs 24 hours to dry, or it dries in 12, or it dries in 2. But I'll tell them whatever it says, because Mama loves to go over there and sit. I want to sneeze. Is that it? That's it. So, like, Mom likes to go over there and sit and look at things and change things around and this, that, and the other. Oh my gosh, she sent me another picture today of something else. And I'm just like, I didn't even open it. I just seen it. And then I called her. I said, where do you want to put that? Because I don't know. And she goes, well, I was thinking the coffee bar. I said, you have a coffee bar. You said, you told Dad the coffee bar that you're going to have in that house is your coffee bar now. So why would you want to change this? Well, that has the hutch on it already. I said, yes, but I don't I wanted an open hutch. I wanted an open hutch for you. I didn't want you to have too much. They're going to have a whole bank of cabinets against that one wall and then turning and coming up with all closed. I wanted a little bit of openness in there. And you know, that red cabinet that all of you guys thought was so pretty has the glass doors. If that hutch had glass doors, then I would say, okay, you know, we'll paint it that same red. I've already ordered the red chalk paint. I actually ordered 3 different chalk paints, so I'm hoping that one of them will be a close enough match. You don't have to be matchy-matchy, but I want it close enough to the red cabinet that's already there, that I already have. So if it had been a cabinet with glass doors, but it was nice and wide to the width, I want it to kind of fit in the same width. Like when the coffee bar is 36 inches, I would like the hutch that hangs on the wall to be, you know, really no less than 32. I would like it 36 too, but you know, if I build it, I can build it to what I want. But if it had glass doors, but it didn't, it was all closed in. The little hutch had 2 doors up here that were closed. And so it's like, well, I want the canisters to be part of the decoration of the kitchen. So anyway, I said, Mama, don't buy anything else. Stop buying things. I love her, but geez Louise. Anyway, and then I've got to get on the ball and get, did I say that in that video? Did I tell y'all that I was thinking about when Ted comes for the weekend that he comes? We're not doing the beach trip. I told Mom, I said, I really want to leave. We've been gone for 2 weeks. I still have stuff. I showed y'all that suitcase. It still has clothes in it, folded in. I need to not go anywhere. I don't really want to leave the house. I said, I want to stay here, do things down there at their new house. I keep saying her because she's so infatuated with it. Dad will live there too. Dad will get to live there too. I'll be doing things down there at the new house. And then I need to order a faucet and the drain, or either go someday this week to McCoy's or Home Depot or whatever, buy all that stuff. I don't want them to come here and show up. And I was thinking, I may have talked about it because I feel like I even talked about the camp, and then I think I don't know what I talked about. Anyway, we're not going to have a bathroom for 2 days as they work on it. So I just told us to leave. I said I would rather save our money, and instead of going to the beach house, go to because the beach house is free. Steph's mom was going to give us the beach house for a day or two, whatever 2 or 3 days, 2 days, 1 or 2 days. She was going to, and I told Steph that would be great, but I had not said anything to Mom about it. Mom didn't even know anything about it. I guess I never mentioned it to her. And now it's the week. So, starting Monday, everybody's gone. Tina and all them are gone. Betty and Steph will be gone for a few days. I don't know how long they're going to be gone. I don't even know for sure where they're going. I hadn't even asked. Everybody's going to be gone. So, we could go to the beach house for a couple of days. But I told Levi earlier, I said, I'd rather save our money, and instead of using it on the beach house, let's do something on the weekend. Let's go somewhere and stay on the weekend that our bathroom is being worked on. So we don't have to be here. We can just let them come in and have free reign of the bathroom. They can come and go as they please. They go to lunch, come back. We don't have to be sitting here. If we have to pee, we don't have to go down to Mom and Dad's. If take a bath that night, go down to Mom and Dad's. Because I'm upset with myself that it's come down to this. Now I'm ready to do something work in here where the water might need to be turned off in the house. But I have a cottage right there with a bathroom in it. But the toilet has to be replaced. I gutted the toilet. Did I already tell y'all that? I gutted the toilet because I was going to put all new guts inside the back in the tank. And I never did. And then I just thought, to heck with it. Toilets aren't that expensive. I can get a $129 toilet at Home Depot. So I was just going to pull that toilet up. And then all the water has to be brought back in outside. All of that was disconnected, and it wouldn't be hard to do that, but it was all disconnected when they pulled that camper out. So that has to be reconnected. And those things really aren't big deal things, but it's time consuming things. That means I guess I would have 2 weeks. But still, I guess I would have 2 weeks to do it. I could do it. Could easily do it. Do some stuff down there and then come and do stuff here. Wouldn't kill me. And I could just say, we're going to be over there at the little camper house if you need us. And we could just stay over there. Just let them have free reign of the house, because they're going to be going in and out and cutting and coming, and I just don't want to be sitting. I don't want to just be sitting on the couch. I'm used to doing. I don't want to go down the hallway and have to keep asking them, do they need something? Do they want something? Blah, blah, blah. Just let them have free reign. I trust Ted. I think Cheryl's adorable, his little wife. Just let them do what they want to do. But, so I'd already discussed with Mom going to Beaumont to the botanical gardens, and they're having, on the day we're going to be there, if that's what we do on that Saturday and Sunday, because we would stay the night Saturday night. They're going to have like a pumpkin patch and some. I think I've already told y'all all this. I don't know. I forget what I talk about. Anyway, they're going to have a pumpkin patch and games for kids and stuff. And we don't have to do all that, but we can walk around. We can still see the botanical gardens. I don't know what things are going to look like in the fall, what plants will be there to look at, really. But I think it'll be pretty decorated for all these fall events, and I think he would enjoy it. And he won't be on his meds anymore, so there won't be anything I wouldn't have to take, because if we go to the Galveston, I have to make sure I take everything we need, keep it cold until we get there, and get it in the refrigerator. So this just puts us going. There's none of that stuff would be going on. It would be past his meds. He'd be he'd only be 4 days past his meds, but he'd be past his meds, no more meds. And he loves hotels, so he's already said, he goes, and we'll stay in the hotel. And I said, yes. He goes, for 2 nights. I'm thinking, well, we don't really need to go 2 nights, but I guess if we wanted to leave that Friday evening and drive to Beaumont for no reason whatsoever, but to just get a hotel room and be there bright and early on Saturday morning, I guess we could. My plan was to just leave Saturday morning early, 8, drive an hour and a half to Beaumont. It's only an hour. It's maybe 2. I don't even think it's 2 full hours. Anyway, I think that's what we're going to do. And that gets us out of the house while they're here working. But I need to have everything here. I need to have all of the lumber they may need, plus anything extra they may need. I need to have the beadboard here, or at least plywood. I'd have to have plywood for the subfloor, plywood for the main floor, so it all becomes even again with my boards that look like hardwoods. They're not, but the way I made it look, old-fashioned wide plank floors. They're going to have 2x4s to build, because once again, my bathroom at the end down there for the tub is wider than the actual tub thing out there under the carport. So there's going to have to be, just like at Mom and Dad's, a little cubby built down there. And it's going to be the same way. There's going to be plumbing in it. So, he has to have 2x4s for that, and 2x6s for the floor. And I would probably want him to put, I was thinking about, I know it kind of looks silly because all I've got's a head. I don't know how to make this sit up better. I don't have nothing to sit this on. I just hold it. I'm getting in the dark here. Let me just lean like this. I kind of want to put the clawfoot tub ring in it. I know That probably doesn't make sense to you guys because I know I get quirky about things. But I know for a fact I don't want one single hot and cold because Levi cannot, he'll have it all the way one way or all the way the other way, and I'll always have to come and fix it for him and get it on the warm or the whatever. I would rather it stay because he already knows how to turn on hot, turn on cold, and then if he wants less of one or less of this, he knows just to turn the cold off a little and that makes it more warm, or turn the hot off a little bit and that makes it more cold. He knows that. I don't want to have to teach him at 30 which one of these, because I have to at the hotels. I know that's how it works at the hotels. I have to show him every time. When he gets ready to go in there, I have to get the water ready for him. So I was thinking if I could just keep, which I'm sure there are faucets for the bathtub that are singles like, doubles, hot and cold. Single, their own knobs. I know there are. But I was just thinking if we could keep, then he wouldn't have to drill a hole for the shower head to come through. Because the shower on a clawfoot tub, that line that goes up, it's in the tub. It's not back in the wall like a normal shower. You can't see the plumbing. You only see the head coming out at the top. With clawfoot tubs, that head is hooked to the faucet, and it comes up inside the tub and goes up, and there's a little bar that goes across and screws into the back of it, into a little holder, and then the head comes, you screw the head on. The water is right there, and I was just thinking, I kind of would like to keep that. Maybe not that one, but buy another one just like it and say, Ted, this is what I want. And, if you don't want to hook, and he wouldn't even have to hook up the shower part. If all he did was drill the 2 holes and brought the faucet in, I can thread, because it's a little threaded thing on the top of the faucet, and you screw the pole in. Dear me, Moses, what is wrong with you? You scared me to death, Smeagol. I could do that myself if he just wanted to put the faucet in. And then the rest of it would be the same. The ring would be up here, and I'd still have that ring, because that ring helps hold the faucet line. But I kind of like the ring. You wouldn't need the whole thing to be ringed now that there's a wall behind there, an actual shower-proof, waterproof wall. But you can have the one ring on this side that comes around halfway. Anyway, I just feel like I kind of still want to keep my, trying to get where my light, there. I just think I feel like I want to have a clawfoot tub shower ring in my new bathtub. I know there's going to be, if there's 6,000 of you guys that watch this video, over half of y'all will think that's probably dumb and may even voice your opinion. I already know that it's not normal, but I'm not normal. I'm kind of quirky, and I like quirky. Anyway, all right, well, I'm gonna go. Levi did so good with his stitches. I got just, when she came in, okay, he had started coughing junk up before she came in, and I got so, we had the napkin in his hand, and I'd already cleaned off his shirt. Then after we got in the car, he actually kind of threw up. It wasn't throw up, but he coughed so much that he made himself kind of come up with, and most of it was stupid ass cherry Dr. Pepper. That's what it was. I was so upset with him. And I was thinking he drank more than I realized, because he got up before me this morning. He was already up out of the room watching TV in here. I come down the hallway. I seen his cup sitting in front of him, but I think he'd already had a couple. And I don't know, maybe the nerves from knowing, I don't know. I don't really know what happened. But I know that he had his runny nose and he was wiping his nose. And then at some point, he kind of started that coughing and he coughed up junk. And I was like, praise God, he's coughing up some stuff. He hasn't coughed a whole, even when I do his back with the cupping or the vibrator thing or or we walk, he'll cough a little afterwards, but not a lot. And I don't know if it was that walk into the hospital or what, because that was kind of a long walk from the parking lot up into well, it wasn't the hospital, but they're in the district of the hospital, into that part. And then we had to ride the elevator up to the 4th floor. But anyway, regardless, there was a lot of walking to start with. Maybe that got it loosened or something. I don't know. But he coughed and he coughed and he coughed. And then at some point he kind of threw up. But it wasn't food. It was mostly cherry Dr. Pepper. And I was so aggravated at him. So he had kind of started that coughing in the room. The nurse had already left. And when she came in, when Barbie came in, he'd gotten quiet and was back to normal. But then after she finished with the stitches, he started it again. But before she had walked in, I wasn't filming or anything. And with him coughing and spitting up, I just didn't even think about my phone. And then she came in and it kind of went really fast. So I got the last, few seconds of her snipping the stitches. That was it. Anyway, but he did really, really good. And I'm glad he got some of that junk out of him today. That made me feel good. Even though toward the end it was Dr. Pepper. Oh, something's biting me. Ow. Something's biting my leg. Ow. What is it? Okay, I'm going to go in. I'm being bitten. It must be a mosquito. I'm being bitten. I'm going to go in. I've rambled on for 24 minutes. I will see you guys later. Love y'all. God bless. I got to go. They're biting me. Katie, I'm trying to do a video.